Good evening and welcome to Superscreen News at 6, reaching you live from Lagos. I am Olamide Onka. Many thanks for joining us. The People's Democratic Party (PDP) caucus at the House of Representatives have tackled the All Progressive Congress APC-led federal government over the suffering of Nigerians. In a statement made in Abuja, the caucus said the APC government won the elections in 2015 using propaganda as a weapon of deception, when in reality, the government knew it lacked the capacity to deliver its campaign promises. The caucus also said Nigerians were hungry due to lack of food, while many others were unemployed or underemployed. The statement, which was signed on behalf of the caucus by the minority leader Leo Ogo, called on the government to heed the advice of American billionaire Bill Gates to bring a decent visit to Nigeria, faulted the government economic recent and recovery plan of the nation. Ahead of the 2019 elections, Nigerians have reacted on the re-election bid of President Muhammadu Buhari. While some say they are pleased with a president who are said to be increasing on the bid, other Nigerians said they want to aspire to be just like the president, while others says they would love to see young Nigerians aspire to be the president of the federation.
As the general elections draws nearer, politicians have been gearing up and making their intentions known on their next political ambitions. While there are informations that former Vice President Atiku Abubakar will be vying for Nigeria's president, Kwakwanso is also reported as making moves to vie for Nigerian president. But the most shocking to Nigerians is the re-election bid of President Muhammadu Buhari.
The president is free to recontest, but I, for one, does not believe he deserves to be re-elected. Based on appointments, based on the people he's working with, a whole lot. Look at, he campaigned on three cardinal promises: security, economy, and corruption. And on these three scorecards, he didn't score an A on any of them. Insecurity, killings are happening everywhere. Anti-corruption, it's, for God's sake, it's just a lot of drama going on there. And economy, we see what we're all experiencing.
The whole of this country voted for President Buhari because they felt the time of change has come, hope has finally come to Nigeria. But for some reason that we don't know, that has not been explained to us, they've not been able to perform in some very, very important areas.
So, sir, if President Muhammad is contesting in 2019, are you going to vote for him?
Well, I can't say I will vote for him, and I cannot say I will not vote for him. If I am not going to vote for the sitting president to come back again in 2019, what will be my reasons? And my reasons will be, and why should I vote for a government that has not done well in areas that has affected me?
He doesn't deserve to be president of Nigeria. Why? Because when he was elected, he promised us free breakfast for children in government school. We didn't get that. He promised us a lot of things, but he failed with his promise.
In his manifesto before he was elected as the president of Nigeria in 2015, he said that he's going to do this, do that as per the political party which he came under them. But fortunately, the first term of his tenure, he couldn't achieve anything. Maybe it's the people behind him, or his cabinet, or his member of the house, they couldn't help him, or he's not capable of it particularly. We don't know. But probably the second time, we don't know, since the first time doesn't have an edge. Second time, we don't know what could happen in the second. Maybe the country might be worse than this first time.
I don't want him to go again because he's old.
Who then should be the right person to pilot the affairs of Nigeria in 2019?
A young and responsible person, not only a young but responsible, and someone that can take care of Nigeria.
I'm happy that young, vibrant Nigerians are now coming out to say, I want to vie for presidency. That's good. That's a good sign that Nigeria is beginning to go in the right direction.
We have good people that can run this country, in this country. There are many of them. We don't have to rely on the old brigade.
I think I vote for him because there is no other option as a presidential candidate.
The perception of non-Africans is that African leaders are power drunk. They hold on to power until pressure is mounted on them. They do not vacate the seats of power. Though in Nigeria, the situation has been fair. After all, former President Goodluck Jonathan relinquished power voluntarily, just as his predecessor. It remains to be seen whether President Buhari will succeed with his second-term ambition.
A former Niger State Governor, Babangida Aliyu, has faulted the fresh looters list released by the federal government on Sunday. Aliyu, who disclosed this in a statement by his media aide, Israel Abijah, said his inclusion in the latest list was meant to tarnish his image. In the fresh list released by the Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, Aliyu was accused of taking 1.6 billion naira from the Office of the National Security Advisor. He denied taking the money, maintaining that it was excluded from the sharing of the fund because he is a member of the G7. The former governor also demanded his name be cleared on the matter, as it would not be used to serve the interest of anybody or political party. Former Secretary to the government of Nasarawa State, Philip Dada, has declared his intention to run for governorship election in the state under the All Progressive Congress APC. Dada made the declaration when he met with the APC ward officials of Karu local government area of the state. According to him, he joined the race because of his plans for the development of the state through people-oriented programs. Karu ward chairman of the APC, Abdul Rauf, described Dada as a humble and dedicated party member who has contributed to the development of the state. Dada solicited the support of the All Progressive Congress across the state for the realization of his governorship ambition. He advised delegates to shun the money bag of politics in order to guarantee the emergence of good leaders that will take the state to the next level of growth and development. A member of the House of Representatives, Mutiu Shadimu, has charged youths in Oshodi Solo local government area to be self-independent by using their skills to create employment for themselves. Shadimu gave the charge at a program to celebrate youth who participated in a 3-month skill acquisition program.
The advice given by the second richest man in the world, Bill Gates, that the federal government should invest more in human resources does not come as a surprise to some public office holders. For this House of Representative member, Mutiu Shadimu, representing Oshodi Solo Constituency 1, he believes investing in human capital is a panacea for growth and national development. Speaking at an economic empowerment program organized to youths in Oshodi Solo local government area, Shadimu decried the level of unemployment in the country, charging the graduates to be self-reliant, just as others speak on the initiative to train these youths on different skills.
There's so much property in the land, and unemployment is growing, and youths are becoming more criminals because they don't have anything to do, they're idle. Therefore, the only thing I can do is to ensure a kind of empowerment to them. So gradually, we can liberate the mind of the youth, we can engage them so that they have something to do, they can feed themselves, no matter how small. So I think that will take them away a bit from the crime.
In collaboration with the National Directorate of Employment, some people across party line, across religious line, whether you are PDP or APC, whatever, that does not matter. As long as they are constituents in the constituency of Honorable Sabine. Not only training them and allow them to go out like that, they should have instruments so that they can start the job they want to learn on their own, so that they will be self-employment. They will be self-employed. You know, we don't have employment as we used to have it in the white collar side. And they have decided to provide all the kits that they need so that they'll be able to stand on their own, and in a very short while they will also become an employer of labor.
Most of the ladies, most of the boys that we thought would be useless in the society, I believe with this, they will be able to help themselves. They will be able to help themselves out. At least getting something to put in the mouth, it means a lot. They have been empowered. It is now left to them to do what they ought to do.
There's serious poverty on this land, and these people should take this thing as a privilege, as their own national cake. It's better to start small than for you to expect a million. These people should go out there and be employment labor and help to solve the problem of poverty and insecurity in the nation.
The graduates expressed joy and their willingness to take their skills to the next level.
Today was the best day for me because I've been hearing empowerment since I was born. Today I see that the empowerment is real. And by empowering us now, it's just like somebody who is give me fish, don't give me fish, show me how to make the fish. Now our honorable now have shown us how to catch the fish, not to give me fish. By doing this thing today, I was so happy because now I can be able to do something that will help my family and help other people.
In more than 3 months, we've been learning this training. So he gave us kits, makeups is there. We've done up to like 3 or 4 seminars, and it's okay.
My advice for youth like myself is that whenever they see an opportunity like this, they should not shy away from it. They should key themselves into it because it's going to enable them to overcome the challenge of unemployment.
Worthy of note is that the training is organized in conjunction with the National Directorate of Employment. With trainings like these, expectations are high that Nigeria is on its way to eradicating poverty.
The former leader of the Niger Delta militants has warned the coordinator of the Presidential Amnesty Program, Professor Charles Dokubo, against saboteurs and corrupt employees in the office. Former agitators under the auspices of the Niger Delta Reformed Former Agitators Association told Dokubo that corrupt and selfish elements were behind the downfall of his predecessor, Brigadier General Paul Boro. They appealed to him to identify and remove bad eggs from the office to enable the scheme actualize its aim and objectives. The former militant leaders who were drawn from the 9 Niger Delta states commended President Muhammadu Buhari for appointing a scholar, technocrat and administrator to coordinate the scheme. Jigawa State Commissioner of Police Bala Sante says 60 persons are in illegal possession of pump-action guns in the state. The police commissioner said no one could possess such weapons in the state without the approval of President Muhammadu Buhari. He urged the people in possession of such guns in the state to immediately surrender them to the police command closer to them and take advantage of the grace period of weapon submission given by the Inspector General of Police, Ibrahim Idris. Lagos State Police Command says it has recovered more than 200 illegally acquired firearms from individuals and suspected hoodlums in the last 7 months. State Commissioner of Police Edgar Imohime, who disclosed this to journalists in Lagos State, said the firearms were recovered from suspected hoodlums and those who embraced the 21 days grace period given by the Inspector General of Police to submit their illegally possessed firearms. Report says the recovered arms and ammunition were taken to the Lagos State Police Command Armory. Imohime added that the recovery covered a period of 7 months starting from September 2017 when he assumed duty in the command. A former Minister of State for Defense, Musiliu Obanikoro, has commended Governor Akinwumi Ambode and his drive in sustaining and upholding indigenous culture, traditions and norms of Lagos State. Obanikoro, who served as senator representing Lagos West Senatorial District from 2003 to 2007, said this while speaking with journalists in Lagos State today. The former governorship candidate in Lagos State described the increase in technological advancement as a challenge to cultural growth in the country, but stated that the development of cultural heritage would expose the city to international visitors. He also lauded the state government for investing more in culture, tourism and entertainment in order to prevent them from being eroded by Western culture. The federal government has been commended for approval of the new excise duty placed on tobacco product. A group under the auspices of the Environmental Rights Action, Friends of the Earth and Civil Society Legislative Advocacy Center, CISLAC, gave the commendation while briefing newsmen in Abuja. The groups also called on the federal government to match its rate with other countries across Africa, saying the new rate still falls short of the World Health Organization's recommendation. You will recall that the Minister of Finance, Kemi Adeosun, had said the approval given by President Muhammadu Buhari will take effect from Monday, June the 4th, after a 90-day grace period to all local manufacturers in the country. The United Nations International Children Education Fund, UNICEF, has stressed the need for birth control in the country. They said this at an event organized in Benin City, the Edo State capital, where they urged families to plan their births, given the high level of poverty and unemployment in the nation.
Speaking to Edo State people, representative of the United Nations International Children's Emergency Fund, UNICEF, and Multiple Indicators Cluster Survey, MICS, Adeni Olaleye, said the body is prepared to partner the state governments to educate residents on birth control.
72% of those children were taken to 20% of them were actually tested for malaria before treatment. But I think that's a bit understandable. In Nigeria, when child has fever, even before any test, what they do is to recommend treatment. I'm not a medical doctor, but I know that that's being discouraged.
Responding, the Commissioner for Budget and Economic Planning, Marianne Abubakar, sought the people's support in finding solution to the problem of childbirth control in the state.
The little challenge is why, I'm sure UNICEF will give us insight into this. Why is it not broken down local government by local government? Because if we know the local government where we're having these challenges, then we know how to, work with the local government chairman to ensure that we bring this percentage to 0. Because as far as this administration is concerned, this government of Godwin Obaseki, everything that had to do with the welfare of Edo indigene in terms of negativity is 0%.
Some participants speak on the presentation of the MICS 2017 finding.
This presentation should be documented and categorized so that we can apprehend it. Try to give us opportunity in 6 months' time to see whether what is happening here, whether we are moving up or we are going back. I also think that when we do that, the objective of each, although you call it multiple, we want it to be classified so that it becomes either 1 or 2 surveys joined together or single surveys.
Public awareness on negative effects of childbirth control, labor, and female genital mutilation, cutting must be embraced by all for a better society.
The Commissioner of Information in Abia State, John Okeye, has confirmed the outbreak of Lassa fever at the Federal Medical Center in Umuahia, FMC. Okeye, who disclosed this to journalists, said the government and the hospital management had swung into action to check the spread of the disease. The commissioner also said prophylactic treatment of others who may have come in contact with the victims had commenced in earnest, as the State Ministry of Health is working with the authorities of FMC to ensure full containment of the disease. You're watching Superscreen News at 6. We'll take a break now. When we return, we'll take some business stories. Stay with us. Welcome back, and now for some business stories. The federal government has identified smuggling of rice, mainly from Thailand and India, as the biggest challenge facing rice production in the country. According to the Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, smuggling rice from the two countries comes into Nigeria through the country border with Benin, Niger, and Cameroon. The minister, who disclosed this at a press conference in Lagos State, said over 2 million metric tons of parboiled rice were smuggled into Nigeria in 2017, according to Rice Millers Importers and Distributors Association of Nigeria. The National Identity Management Commission, NIMC, says reports that it has suspended issuance of national identity cards to Nigerians is untrue. The agency said collection of cards by persons who had completed the enrollment process will commence from April 3rd. The statement by the spokesperson of the Commission, Lovedale Bunna, said all individuals who completed their enrollment procedures must have received an SMS inviting them to proceed to the NIMC office of the enrolled to pick up their cards from that day. Ogbonna also said persons yet to receive any SMS are advised to check the status of their cards on the NIMC website. Spokesperson reminded Nigerians and legal residents that the national identification number is not only the unique identifier, but also the most important token issued by the Commission and not the physical electronic card. We'll take a break now. When we return, we'll take some foreign stories plus some sports news. Stay with us.